Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I just want to give a little update here on that RPM. Don't mind the vibration. That is the cover that covers the turbo. I think there's a bolt missing that I need to replace, so then it'll stop rattling. But anyway, I'm just gonna do a little update video here about that RPM stage 1 tune and what I did, the plugs that I bought to replace it, and now how does it actually drive here after living with it for a little bit with that RPM stage 1 tune. This is just such a cool and unique little car. So we're gonna hop in here, take it for a little spin, and see how the Solstice GXP drives. So setting off in the Solstice GXP here. So I bought this RPM stage 1 tune from Martin at RPM Motorsports. Awesome dude, really very knowledgeable about the Kappa platform in general. And he essentially, you know, if my Corvette wouldn't have been in the shop with the harmonic balancer issue, I would have got the stage 2 tune, because that is essentially a better option for it, for the vehicle. But anyway, this is still a really good tune on here. Good for everyday livability with the vehicle, and when you want to get on it, it does a fantastic job at providing you with instantaneous boost, instantaneous horsepower and torque, and it really livens the car up for sure. So out of the box here, this vehicle comes with 260 horsepower, 260 torque, and apparently this tune is supposed to do 300 horsepower and 360 torque, which is insane out of such an under 3,000 pound vehicle. But again, I'm just letting this thing warm up. I don't want to push it too hard yet, but even at half throttle here, you probably can't hear it with the iPhone, but you can really hear the turbo spool up right away, and it's actually kind of cool, especially for somebody who's used to naturally aspirated engines basically all the time. So I'm pretty impressed with the performance of this here. I don't mind driving it. This vehicle feels bigger than what it actually is, but it is still very fun to drive. But I did have some issues with the RPM stage 1 tune right away, and my only real gripe with it, Martin can fix this right away, but there was no instructions when I bought the tune, you know, when I was shipped the tune as well. I did have a check engine light that came on right away, and the car just seemed to sputter once in a while, especially under heavy load. So essentially what I did was email Martin. He got back to me right away. He said you need to get the correct AC Delco spark plugs, so that's what I did. He had them shipped to me even over the weekend. I ordered them on Friday and they got to me on Monday, which was insane. So even over the weekend they got to me very, very fast. It was like, you know, $80 after shipping, so not bad. But essentially what happened was that the spark plugs were so dirty and old that, and mind you, this car's only got 35,000 miles on it. They were so fouled over and old. big naturally aspirated V8, it doesn't feel like you are going as fast as what you really are. So you could look down and you're going 80 or 90 miles an hour just like that. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you do even do just the RPM stage 1 tune. It really, I've never been in a vehicle where just doing a simple launch like that has opened it up like this has, and it's so much fun. Oh, that is wonderful. That is amazing. Let's try that again here. That's a little bit of a weird noise. That sounds like my... Ooh, I'm having some turbo issues now. Wow. I have a little bit of a smell going on. Isn't that interesting? So right when I am just deciding to film this video, now I'm having more issues with the RPM stage 1 tune. So my coolant right now is at 196. And I'm really glad I have this on camera, but it almost appears to me, once we get back to my house, I went from my shop to my house, but once we get back to my house, we'll check. It's like something, it's pushing too much air through the turbo, and now I'm losing some boost. I don't know if a hose broke. I guess we'll see, but I'm not going to push it, clearly. The vehicle is definitely warmed up because I'm sitting at 196, 194, 198 for coolant. So it's really interesting here what seems to be going on. 192 now for coolant. It really is interesting to see. I guess now with this, I've had nothing but issues with this tune. I don't know what the issue is. Like I'm losing air or something out of the actual turbo because it's like a whooshing sound. Alright. We're just gonna continue to drive here. I want to get this on video. What an interesting time to have this happen. Hear that? It's like that. Sounds like my air's on full. When the turbo kicks in, you hear a real big turbo sound. So hopefully my turbo isn't going out. Very interesting here. Yeah, I'm only making 2 PSI right now, 1 PSI. Well, let's take a look at it here when we get home. Okay, so the problem was very simple. Apparently here, well, not apparently, but this came off of the actual intake there. So for the turbo, this essentially popped off because it got too hot. This really expands a ton when you floor it. So eventually over time, this just worked its way back and off. And now I just tighten it up really quick here and it's fixed. So we're gonna see if that happens again. What I should probably do is just replace that hose with a newer hose, but we're gonna try this again here. All right, so it's more than just the tune. I guess one should make sure that they have their hoses in place, have their spark plugs in place, you know, stuff like that should really be attended to when you do a new tune on a vehicle. you know, it's kind of a while you're in there thing. So we're gonna try this again here. There we go. Woo. Oh, acceleration is brisk now. All right, so acting like it should. The RPM Stage 1 tune is tremendous. I think what I'll do is just go on to eBay here or email Martin directly and just get a new hose with some new hose clamps for that, because that can't be over 30 bucks or so. This thing is just lightning quick. But since that hose expands with more air in there, essentially, you know, that causes it to warm up, that causes it to slip, just basic stuff like that. But so far so good here. No turbo issues, thank God. I'm like, why would the turbo be going out at 35,000 miles? That just doesn't seem like a very realistic thing here. But here we go. In an automatic, this thing would be so much faster than my novice shifting of gears here. This is craziness. Oh my God. The amount of boost that this car is making now is incredible. And for that reason, I will reach out to Martin and figure out, you know, what type of hose I should use there that would better suit the car. But holy Christ, this thing is insane. The boost is incredible here. We're going to slow down here. I am going to put this into competitive mode. I mean, this vehicle just, it makes so much boost at such low RPM. So here we go, slowing down, second gear at 20 miles an hour. Jesus, it is just insane. I would love to do a 0 to 60 on this just to see how fast it is now with the tune. I know it's like 5.5 to 60, like 5 to 5.5 to 60 here without the tune, but this really should be faster than that. But overall now, so far so good. You know, the car is acting as it should. Normal. The boost is carrying up here, excellent. And now I'm going as advertised speed. So very happy with the tune, very happy. That was a minor issue. Again, the only thing, like I've said in previous videos, it would be nice to, you know, say let's change out some hoses. I'm a car enthusiast and I wrench on stuff, but I'm not, you know, I'm a novice at best. So that's kind of how I go in terms of my vehicle stuff. But overall, I'm extremely happy here. I just want to take this. Let's take a left here. We're gonna take a left. Just want to carry some speed into a corner and see how she do. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Oh man, oh man. Wow. Incredible. I do have to get gas too. Whew. Oh, that's what happens when you'll drive hard. Alright, here we go again in competitive mode. Just coming from a stop here. This thing just boosts up so fast. Just want to see what I can do from a stop. Alright, we're going to push it kind of hard here. Oh, that is extremely quick for such a small and lightweight car. Oh my goodness. It is fun. The only thing I have to say here, I do feel bad for the engine when I am pushing it. Doesn't have the greatest sound to it, but man, this car does handle really, really well. I will give it that. It's a fun car to drive. Oh my goodness. Woo! Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna leave you guys at that. This car is running perfect. We'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe for more Pontiac content or GM content. Alright guys, take care.